cuffs are off, man. Get right, too many left in these leagues, but I ain't gonna...
Hey everybody, Adam Rank here.
What's up everybody? It's Marcus Grant from NFL Network.
This is AJ Dillon of the Green Bay Packers.
I got to give a shout out to y'all at Get Right Fantasy.
If you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? You want to lose your league?
Check out the Get Right Fantasy Network.
You got to get right with the Get Right Fantasy Network.
Best of luck with your podcast. Appreciate the support.
And you're tuned in to watch my boys at Get Right Fantasy Network. Get you right. Enjoy the show.
Marking nothing, but I tune every Friday. Strategies provided, I will lock in every way. So go and roll your sleeves up, yeah, don't roll your sleeves up. And I'm getting down, cause I roll my sleeves up. And I'm getting right, cause I roll my sleeves.
What up? What up? What up, world? We are back. I'm Anthony, aka Rasta. This is Get Right Fantasy Network, and we are here for another Friday night mocks. I hope your sleeves are rolled up. It's the last mock before the mock draft tournament. We got a lot going on tonight, man, and I wouldn't want to be here with anybody else. Maybe a couple other people.
Oh, thanks.
But you know what I mean.
What the fuck?
The one and only Classic Mike. What's up, Classic Mike?
What's up, everybody?
I didn't want to leave out like Dustin and Frank. You know.
Oh, I mean? Whatever.
I just meant those guys. You know, we always get some good guests and stuff like that too. So
yeah.
We even got Dustin in the chat tonight, so hopefully he's in there.
do.
What's up, D? Frank was on here Monday night, man. So we're back to 2 nights a week, getting closer to rolling 3 days a week, and then even 4 with your morning show as well.
Yes, sir.
So we got a lot going on, man. And before we even get started, I want to wish Mrs. Classic a very, very happy birthday if she's watching. So from the Get Right family, man, we all say happy birthday to her.
Birthday.
So hope you guys had a good time. I saw the pictures and stuff like that.
Yeah, we
got
did.
more planned for the weekend. So if you want to let us in, how you feeling tonight?
Good. No, we're good. We just got back from a birthday party with her family. Got to hang with the kids in the pool and enjoy a nice evening together with the family. We're going to try to do something special tomorrow, hopefully. Get out there. We're in the middle of craziness with moving and stuff. So we're just trying to get all that going and hopefully in new digs by, in the next few weeks, but we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, excited. Can't wait. Get this whole thing started, get some mocking in right before we get our tournament started.
Absolutely. And you got the expo hopefully coming up here soon, as long as the whole moving situation
right now it's tentative. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm all booked. I'm ready to go, but based on how things go, I'm hoping I can get in there. I'm excited to see everybody, hopefully, and go from there. So
absolutely, man. Well, congratulations on all that. Good times going over there in the Classic household, it sounds like.
Yes,
so
sir.
Absolutely, man. So while you get the whole thing set up here, you got the guys ready in the mock room. We'll take a minute just to tell you a little bit here about our sponsor, the people who make this thing happen, UnderdogFantasy.com. For those of you guys who don't know, it's a best ball platform. When you go sign up, you can use that link in the description to sign up. Use that promo code GetRight, and when you do, you'll get 100% match when you make your first deposit up to $100. So you can do as little as 10 and get 20, deposit 100, get 200. And then get in there, get in some of their pick'ems and stuff like that. As long as you're in, one of those areas that you can be. So
we'll bring
unfortunately,
that up in a minute.
we got a map for that. You can pause it when we get there. But just make sure you get in that Best Ball Mania 4, man. It's a $25 entry, big tournament they have going on. If you're in one of these states, $15 million prize pool, $3 million to first place, $2 million to second place, and $1 million to third place. They're making 3 millionaires in this one. So make sure you guys get in there for only $25, man. Get your opportunity for that. So why don't you go ahead and get this thing started, man? Of course, like you said, we got the mock draft tournament of champions about to get ready. I think there's only eight spots. I think you got the sound on still there, but I know you'll take care of that.
I took it off.
Oh, I heard it on my. Oh, maybe that's just in my ears then.
Yeah.
All right. Well, at least it's not on the stream. That's good. All right. So Let's see here. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the mock tournament, man. We only have 8 spots left, man. We have
Nice.
40 different drafters. We're running 4 12-team mocks Monday through Friday next week. We have 2 of those rooms are filled. There's only 4 spots, I think, in each one of the other ones, the Tuesday and Thursday mock. So if you're interested, make sure you get in the description. There's a link there to take you to our draft lobby. And you can pick which day works for you. We're doing them all next week at 6 p.m. Pacific, which is 9 p.m. Eastern, and I think 8 Central for those Central folks out there. So yeah, make sure, man, you come out and get into it. It's going to be a fun tournament, man. So basically how it works is we're going to have each night a team of 12 or a 12-man league is going to draft. They're going to do the mock. We're not going to stream it or anything. But we will grade it. We'll assign our top 6. We're going to give each team basically a score.
Yeah.
And whoever the top 3 that move on will get an invite to the Friday tournament. So basically, once we get all 12 of those folks from each night, they'll all draft on Friday. And then the top 3 from there will move on to the finale, which will be on September 1st. And that will actually be like a best ball league. And we'll actually play it out. And the winner of that is going to win $50 cash. So if you're interested, all the details are in the description. I probably did a horrible job just explaining that. Probably very confusing, but it is all detailed out.
It's all there
in the description, man. Or you just hit me up and I'll explain it.
And join our sleeper channel. We have everything in there, so make sure you guys check that out as well.
It's like our Discord.
Yeah, it's Discord. Just we're not having it. We're not charging anybody. We're having everybody in there. It's a great community. So make sure you guys check out our particular private draft channel or private sleeper channel. During the season, I'm going to be updating injuries and stuff like that during the week. You're going to get everything as quick as possible. I try to even get it before sleeper, and I've been somewhat successful doing that. I'm probably about 80% beating sleeper. As long as it's not Ian, like Ian or Adam Scheffler, I can pretty much get it to you beforehand. So, because sleeper covers like 4 people that are like their main guys, and they send them out. I know a site that gets everybody else, so I'm a little bit ahead of the game. So
let's do it. That's how we have our sources, man. That's how we roll. So yeah, man. So we're getting this mock off tonight. Why don't you tell the people what type of mock we're doing tonight?
So tonight we're going to be doing a 1 QB, 2 running back, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. It's going to be half PPR. So this is exactly the settings that we're going to be doing for most of our mocks coming up. It's basically underdog settings. The only difference is we're not doing 18 rounds here. We're only going to be doing, in this case, 14. But other than that, it's the same format, same stuff. So yeah.
Absolutely. So GZ here in the 1 spot. Shout out to GZ. Hopefully he's driving safe here while he's listening and mocking and doing all the things while he's driving. Oh, he was posting pictures. He's
I know.
good.
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, man, shout out to him. Where is it here? The ACG Veterans Invitational number 4, his charity tournament that he does kicked off today. I'm in the Marines Viper division. I did take Mahomes with my 101. Basically, it's the Scott Fishbowl 12 settings, so last year's settings, and scoring there. So point per first down, point per completion, negative point per completion, -6, I think it is, for an interception.
Last year it was crazy.
Yeah, and there's a bonus for 66% or more completion percentage. So it's a lot of crazy stuff in there, but it's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm still trying to figure out MFL myself. It's a little tough, but
MFL's not that bad. I use it for
my leagues. I'll get used to it, man. Yeah. But if you guys aren't in it, I know Dustin's in it. I know Fantasy Fish from the Filthy Fantasy Show. He's in it. He's actually in my division as well at the 10 spot.
Nice.
It's going to be fun. This is my first year. I know Dustin played last year. And so it's kind of like Scott Fishbowl but it's his own charity league. It's basically he partnered with the Canines for Warriors, and they specialize in training service dogs for pairing with veterans who suffer from PTSD and suicide prevention. So it's a great cause, man. And so obviously it might be too late to get in here this year, but if you are interested, make sure you hit up Jeezy. We'll make sure we get his info in the description. I don't know if it's there now while we're live, but when we're done,
It should be.
maybe we threw it in there. Maybe you did. I don't know.
You
Let me
made
get
it.
it to you. GT, if you're here, drop the
Drop your stuff.
drop the link, man. Drop the link to the site in there, and we'll hopefully get this thing growing next year as well too, man. So I'm excited to be in it.
Yeah, for sure.
So let's now they've got a couple rounds in. Let's kind of see how this thing went off. Jeezy started here in the 101 with McCaffrey. So usually it's Jefferson or Chase that are kind of going 1-2, but Jeezy goes with the running back here in CMC, followed by Jefferson and Chase, then Eckler. And again, this is half PPR, so it does kind of bump it up a little more. And again, this is more like a redraft type build that you'd see more in your home leagues. Although, you know, the finale, when we do the actual best ball, then it will probably draft a little different. But in your normal redraft leagues, this is probably close to what you're going to see this year. You know, you got Eckler going here in the 4 spot, Cooper Kupp in the 5 as the wide receiver 3, followed by Bijan here at the 6th spot, Tyreek Hill at the 7th, AJ Brown in the 8th by you. Then Kelsey falls to 9, and I say fall because I've seen him go a lot, you know, around the 6, 7 spot. So you passed up on him as well. And then Diggs goes here in the 10th, Barkley in the 11th. With him signed now, looks like you know, he'll probably sneak into the first round there, somewhere around that 1-2 turn. Then you got Jessel here in the 12th spot, going CeeDee Lamb and Amon-Ra St. Brown before Devontae Adams. So just recapping that first round, anything stand out to you there, or a pretty standard first round?
Pretty standard. I think people have finally I think people are finally getting over the concept with Barkley, and you know, now he's moving up draft boards. He was kind of falling to late seconds in a lot of drafts recently. So now that he's signed, he's back at camp. I think last time we were here, there wasn't really a resolution, if I believe. So I think that, you know, now he's in a steady spot. We know where he is, and he's all set to go. So he's moving up draft boards slowly. I'm trying to see anything crazier here.
Well, I'm going to recap the second round here. So that was, no, I'll recap here.
First round?
Yeah, so that was just first round. So I'll cut you off there. So for those that are listening and maybe not watching or can't see it, maybe the link to the draft board is actually in the description as well right now. So if you want to follow along there while you listen, you can check it out. Or if you're watching after the fact. But we go Amon-Ra St. Brown here. First, 201, followed by Chubb, Devontae Adams, Garrett Wilson. Then you have Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Waddle, Pollard, Stevenson after that, followed by Olave, Najee, and then Jacobs falls to the 212. So to me, it seems like a pretty standard second round too. Anything stick out to you here?
I mean, the only thing that I keep seeing is Jacobs falling, and it's mostly because of his holdout. Couple guys going off the board a little. I wouldn't say early, but guys like Chris Olave in the second round I wouldn't say high. We had Garrett Wilson with an injury recently. That's neither here nor there. I think that he's going where he's supposed to be. No, I think this is actually a pretty standard second round for the most part. Yeah.
So just some player news in regards to guys here in this round. We'll start with Devontae Adams. Some debunked news about him wanting to go play with Rodgers and the Jets.
Yeah, just forget all that crap.
Yeah, they said that was a bunch of garbage or something like that. So we'll see, but you never know.
It came out. No, it came out on the same day that Wilson went down. And it was it was just a hard. Wilson goes down with a low ankle sprain, and within an hour, I'm exaggerating, but within that afternoon, there was a report about Devontae Adams wanting to, always play with Rodgers and all this. Let's debunk it right now. Raiders, if they cut him or trade him or do anything with him, it's a $54 million dead cap hit or something like that. They are losing money if that happens. It's not happening. So everyone has to get over it. It was somebody looking for, clickbait. This time of year, you have to follow trusted sources. You have to make sure that you don't overreact to certain things. I mean, we're going to go through a bunch of news today. Some of it's great. Some of it's good to hear. Others, it's one of those things where you can't overreact to it. So you kind of have to, know your guy, know everything that's going on, and kind of give yourself a little bit. Don't just make sure you have trusted sources. That's all I can say. I mean, that is the biggest thing. A lot of people follow or, do these things where they, see something and then they react to it, like with the rumors. If you're going to do that to like throw your friends off and try to like get a trade or something, that's on you. If you want to do that, go ahead. But, the ethics involved are a whole different, whole different
Absolutely.
thing. But
so you brought me into the Garrett Wilson thing. So that was good that you mentioned that. The only thing I want to point out in the second round here.
He's fine, by the way. It's a low ankle.
Yeah. We're not worried about that. Is just Olave going ahead of Devontae Smith. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I don't hate it. I mean, I think they're right around each other, so I don't think it really matters. I think it's really just what you feel. I don't trust Devontae Smith as my wide receiver 1 comparatively to having Chris Olave as my wide receiver 2. That's where the difference is for me. Did I say the same thing?
Yeah, you did, but it's okay. I'm taking Slim Reaper over Olave right there anyway, but we get your point. So we'll move on to the third round here. And you can think of your pick as you got it coming up. Because I know this is when you have to kind of start thinking, these are those picks when you start thinking, but I know you're a pros bro. So we go, GZ starts it off going back to back with Josh Jacobs, followed by Devonta Smith to start the third, followed by Jahmyr Gibbs. I saw a post today with Gibbs just catching a basic, slant route, and it's like these camp things are funny. Plus they all have those things on their helmet, like they can't be running as fast as they can anyway.
Well, they're not wearing pads yet. Like some of them are, like they start wearing pads next week, but like he had a catch that it was like a little bit of a toe tap, but he didn't have anybody on him. He like duped a coach. 30 coach like come on guys, like there's some things that you need to pay attention to. There are others that you just have to just let it go.
Definitely. Here, I'll read out the rest of the round and then we'll go through that. I should have held my comment on that. So again, Devonta Smith. I know I got riled you all up here. Devonta Smith, Jahmyr Gibbs again. T Higgins goes 3-3, followed by DK Metcalf. Followed by Calvin Ridley, who had some nice tape. Now that one, to me, that's something that pops out on tape, but we'll get into that. Then you see Mark Andrews here fall about to the middle of the third. I think this is about where he should be going, maybe even a little later. But I wouldn't mind taking him here, but there's definitely guys I would still want to take ahead of him. Like I'm definitely taking the trio of quarterbacks before I grab Andrews. But we go Mixon, Amari Cooper from you, followed by Mahomes, Allen Hurts. There goes the trio. At the 3-9, 3-10, 3-11, and then to end the round, Keenan Allen on a wide receiver build here from Jessel in the 12. Anything? I think this is where things start to get a little different. Yeah,
that QB run was something. Now, could I have gone with Jalen Hurts there? Maybe that would have been the better.
That was going to be my first question. So, but you answered it. Go ahead.
Honestly, I've always, when it's one QB, going for your QB that early for me, I understand the talent. I'm not one to do that. Like I'm not going to try to push a stack just because it's like early like that. No, I'll find another one. I'll find something else. Honestly, stacks aren't in redraft. Stacks are okay. Like they're not really anything that is necessary. Is it good sometimes? Sure. But I rather pay for a late round quarterback to take care of my particular team, because like the guys that just went all like Trevor Lawrence is a guy that I like to aim for. Justin Herbert. These guys went a little early for me. I think that normally they go a little bit later, like the 5th, 6th round. They kind of went a little early here, which is fine. That it's up to, the person that wants him. But honestly, I like waiting because I feel like I get a better return for what I who I pick. So
Yeah, that wide receiver drop off, after that Cooper, Keenan Allen,
Yeah.
basically that's to me, I think
Cooper's
that's the
my
teardrop.
teardrop.
Well, I
Do
mean that
yeah.
Cooper Allen, I think, is the teardrop.
Agreed.
Because then you see
Oh, yes.
Judy, McLaurin, Debo, London. Maybe Debo sometimes would go before this, more so in a half PPR. But there's definitely a drop off from there when you start to go, London, Evans, DJ Moore, Ayuk, Godwin. So, yeah. So while we're at it, let's just get into the fourth round here. After the Keenan Allen pick, Jessel started off the fourth round with Travis Etienne, followed by Brees Hall's the RB3 and Shaw Dogs build here, followed by Ken Walker. Then you go Jerry Jeudy. You picked Dameon Pierce.
Yep.
Then McLaurin, followed by Lamar Jackson as the QB4 off the board, followed by Aaron Jones. Then you get Debo here at the 4-9. Joe Burrow goes as the QB5 here in the 4-10, followed by Drake London 4-11, and then Justin Herbert here in the 4-12. So anything to point out here?
No, I liked my Dameon Pierce pick. It was between him and Sanders. At that
I might have
point,
gone Sanders there.
I feel a little more comfortable with Pierce. Both of them I've been flipping back and forth, to be really honest. Like, to me, they're ranked right next to each other, so I don't care which one I get. I'll
tell you why I care, but go ahead.
Well, they had the news that came out with Miles Sanders saying that he could be the 3-down back too.
My normal answer is I'd rather have Singletary late.
Oh,
so I'd rather get Sanders early
agree.
so I can get a piece of that backfield with Singletary late. Not saying
you're
he's
right.
going to do anything crazy, but I'd rather just kind of diversify myself, knowing what I can get later and knowing I target running backs in that range that he's typically available.
No, and I completely agree with that. The only thing is, though, I would rather do that type of strategy when it comes to full PPR. If it's a full PPR, I'm a little bit more inclined to do that, just because I think that Singletary is going to be used a lot more in that particular way. Ooh. In a half PPR, it would be nice to get him in that case. But I think that in this case, I'll get plenty of run with Dameon Pierce. I think that he will do just fine the way that it is. And
get your guy, Mike. Get your guy.
I'm a little disappointed, a little upset with Jeezy right now.
No, he had a nice turn there. That's what made me go, ooh.
No, I know. I knew.
Me.
When you said ooh, I looked up and I saw Dotson gone, and I'm like, damn it. Yeah, I was hoping I was hoping he came back around. I thought I had an opportunity there, but
there it is. All right, so let's do this. Let's get into the fifth. Oh, the only thing I want to note is just the Brees Hall thing. Obviously, if Cook possibly signs there, he's supposed to be visiting this weekend.
He's visiting,
just so I can bring that up.
But he's still going to be going to the Patriots. He's still keeps
apparently
saying
there's
Miami.
5 teams.
Yeah, I saw that. 5 teams. Yeah. Like I said, this is all rumored. This is all, we have no idea. He said it as 5 teams. So maybe he's just I think he's just trying to stir the pot, to be really honest. I would too if I'm trying to. Yeah, exactly. And to be honest, they cleared room for him with Rodgers. Rodgers took a $32 million or $35 million contract hit. I said it all wrong. He took
restructured his contract to free up $35 million.
There we go. So
I got you, Plastic.
Thank you.
Oh, so talk Jake the Snake into it. Dalvin Cook off the bold.
There you go.
Right there. 7-6. All right.
But he, now that they freed up some space, they can go out, get an old tackle, or an old lineman. They can get Cook. It frees them up to do a little bit of work and help him out. And
nice pick, KJ. I like that Rashad Penny pick there late. I'd rather have him as my RB4, but I don't hate the pick.
I don't hate the pick either.
I like it, and I like that Addison pick before. I like this team. Actually, I like this team, except for McLaurin. But go ahead. All right, so while you're picking, it's getting good now here in the 7th. So we'll start here. We'll go back to the 5th round here. You got at the 5-1 Mike Evans. I'm not even looking at it. I'm just going to read it.
You're good.
I'll see it when I get closer to your team. We got Mike Evans here at the 5-1, followed by George Kittle at the 5-2, DJ Moore went 5-3. Miles Sanders as the RB3 on Wilson's team here at the 5-4. You get Brandon Ayuk at the 5-5, followed by Chris Godwin at the 5-6. Justin Fields goes as the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 QB7 off the board to KJ Flint here at the 5-7. You get Alexander Madison, followed by Cam Akers. Christian Watson goes 5-10 to Flag Dog or Flag RJ. Used to be Flag DG.
We just know him as that. We just know him as Flag Dog.
Yeah, with his Packers fan there. So, he's going to grab Christian Watson, followed by D-Hop, who goes here. I think that's interesting. We'll get into that. And then you get Trevor Lawrence here to stack with ETN. And then we know he goes Kirk right after that. So, Jessel's all in on the Jaguars. I love it. But let's recap this round 5. What stands out, if anything, to you here?
I think the only big thing is Kittle going as the 3rd tight end off the board. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing, just saying that he normally is like 4 or 5.
Shout out to Ron Swanson.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing. Everything else is pretty standard. I'm actually proud of GZ for bringing up Mike Evans' ADP. He's been so disrespected. The guy goes in like the 9th, 10th round, and I sit there like, what the hell are people thinking? So
you passed on him 7 or 8 times too, though, Classic. So you can't say
no. I passed on him because, well, if he's gonna keep falling, he's gonna keep falling. I'm gonna just take him at value. But
people playing chicken with Mike Evans. Everybody wants him, but no one wants to take him too early. They want to say they got a deal on him.
I want a deal. Yeah, I want my deal. But
it makes it feel better if he flops.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point. Like. I mean, that's like the only thing that I see in round 5 that's really like stand out. Fields and Lawrence are pretty typical around there. Like I said, I think that normally Jackson, Burrow, Herbert can go around later. But other than that, I mean, everything is standard quo.
I just want to say the Justin Fields pick by KJ Flint here was nice. And I do want to clarify, since we are going to be going by the underdog rules, I believe that is 4 point per passing touchdown. So that's why you're going to see guys like, of course, Hurts and Lamar. That's why Lamar went for, Fields here as the 6th QB off the board before Lawrence and a couple other guys. So, so just want to make sure we make that clear as well, too. 4 point per passing touchdown. Yeah,
I'm a little upset with my last pick, but we'll talk about that later.
We'll get into it when we get there. All right, so nothing else. I mean, I'm definitely taking D-Hop, I think, before Christian Watson. That's the only thing, but it was a pick behind.
No, he took Watson before D-Hop.
No, that's what I mean. I said I'm taking D-Hop before I take Christian Watson. That's the only other thing I'm pointing out here in this round.
See,
maybe DJ Moore I'd wait on a little bit more too, but other than that, I'm okay with that round.
I kind of agree with you for the most part. Hopkins is still an elite talent. I mean, we haven't seen him in a minute, but we saw what he, if you looked at Twitter today, you got to at least see one big catch that he made today with Ryan Tannehill. So I don't know. Watson, I just haven't, we saw him in season. We saw what he could do. It's just trying to understand if we like Jordan Love or not. And if you're comparing
nothing
Jordan
against
Love
Watson. Like he's the guy.
No,
just can't get him the ball. And I think they'll scheme up ways. We saw a lot of end arounds and different things. And he took that one crossing. I think a 75-yard touchdown to the house was by Jordan Love. So we've seen it happen. It's just can he sustain that over a period of time? And obviously, FLGRJ thinks it'll happen. So
he is a Packer fan,
absolutely.
But beyond that, I mean the other part with this Packers offense that is just it's holding me back a little bit from having shares is yes, they're going to be running a little bit more. They're going to be a little bit faster than they were with with Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers essentially slowed them down a little bit. But overall, I think that what's going to happen is, in this case, they might use Love a little bit more with his legs here and there. And I think that will kind of limit the ceiling that Watson can have.
I'm going to jump in there just while you're on that topic. I thought I saw someone post a something on Twitter or X or whatever they're calling it nowadays.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I saw my app change. I was like, "What the heck is this?"
Yeah, me too.
I
Yeah.
was like, "What is this?" I thought
God
my
damn
phone had a
Elon
virus.
Musk.
Ooh, there he goes. I thought you were GDing the Collins pick there.
Oh no.
Wilson,
Hey,
There you
Wilson,
go.
enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so apparently they put a poll up and said, "Do you consider Jordan Love a running quarterback?" And I voted no, and it was like I think 70-30 that said no. He's not a running quarterback.
He's not really but he has the ability to be that way, and they want to use him with
Scramble.
the RPO and scramble a little bit more and go outside the pocket.
But Aaron Rodgers could do that too.
Yeah, but
A couple years ago. I mean, he was just back-to-back MVP, wasn't he?
Well,
a couple
it's
years
Aaron
ago.
Rodgers, though. You got to remember, he is not
He's
Aaron
not
Rodgers.
Absolutely. All right. So
I think that's what people are having a hard time with.
Absolutely. We haven't seen it. We've only seen Green Bay with 3 quarterbacks in like the last forever. Yeah. Like since I don't know, football was black and white. It seems like they've only had three or shown in black and white.
Yeah.
They've had like 3 quarterbacks. So while you make your pick here, I'm gonna go into the 6th round here, try to see if we can catch up. So again, we said Jessel here in the 12th spot went Lawrence to pair up with ETN. Then he gets the triple stack here with Christian Kirk, who I love. I'm taking him in a lot of places. Then followed by Mike Williams here. TJ Hawkinson, like you said, is actually the tight end 4 off the board here. Followed by George Pickens at the 6'4". Deontay Johnson, who got carted off today due to apparent heat issues.
He's fine.
He goes 6'5". You get. I had to send that to you just to freak you out a little bit.
No, I'm the one that knew about it ahead of time. I sent it to you.
Oh, okay. I thought I said. All right, we sent it to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, you probably didn't get my link because I have that whole issue.
No, I didn't get the I didn't get the link, but I definitely sent it. I sent it to a bunch of people. I'm like, oh no, he's being carted off, but they didn't say why. And then they came out later and said that it was due to heat exhaust or whatever.
So what is that, cramping?
Yeah, whatever. He just wasn't feeling good because of the heat. It was 90 plus today with like humidity at 90. It was.
I got on my car. It said 122. I was going to send you a picture.
Yeah, well, you guys see, not 192 to you guys is like 90 out here with like
122, not 192. I'd be
whatever.
I'd be
yeah, you
know what I mean. Yeah.
But I always mess up my numbers. But the point is, out here, like our 70 with humidity is your 90 without. Like it is gross. You sweat just standing outside. Like it is disgusting out. And he was in Pittsburgh, which, excuse me, isn't too far away and a little farther south from me. And it was hot today. It was a heat advisory. It was.
You guys aren't used to it. That's why.
Well,
my son just got done with the 4-hour practice for his high school football team.
Oh.
And he has to be back to practice tomorrow, 7:45. And then they get their pads on Monday and it's hitting time. Well, they got to get their conditioning in. They'll be hitting in a couple weeks. So shout out to Rancho Mirage High School, baby. Let's go.
There you go.
All right, Rattlers. Or whatever. No. All right. So back to the 6th round here. Deontay Johnson to yourself. Glad you got to get him here.
Yeah.
I see you took him around early. Normally you go in this. You were taking him in the 7th. He was following.
Yeah, but he's not following. He's not following anymore. No,
definitely not past you in the 6th. Apparently. Followed by KJ Flint. There, I'll finish it off and we'll get talking about it. Followed by KJ Flint, going with Addison here, who I love. Followed by Hollywood Brown. Then you get Kyle Pitts off the board. You get Kadarius Toney somehow with his surgery or whatever. Wilson's grabbing him here at the 6'9", so I don't even know. We're not going to touch that. Then you get James Conner, who I think is good value here. Nice with the 0 RB build, waiting to the 6th. Getting James Conner here. Well done, Don Flicht here. Like that. You get J.K. Dobbins here at 6'11", followed by the turn that made me go ooh with Jahan Dotson, and then sneak peek into the 7th with QJ Quentin Johnson at the 7-1. So going back here into the 6th, besides Kadarius Toney, because that'll be a half-hour rant.
I'm just all I'm gonna say. No,
I tried to help you guys.
You're good.
Go ahead.
All I'm gonna say was that. What did I tell you? That's all I'm going to say. I already told you this is what happens.
It's ironic.
Come on. Like, let's be clear. He's had
that was it. We said that was it. We said that was it.
I know.
We'll cut it right there.
Other than that,
no. Who else nice around here?
The fact that Hawkinson's falling fell to at least the tight end 4 here. He fell to the 6th round. That's a little bit different. I'm surprised by that a little bit. Addison going a little early, in my opinion. Not saying that he, shouldn't go there, but being the first of the wide receivers off the board, I think is completely okay. I think Addison, Johnson's, and JSN are all going to go around the same time. That's fine. Mike Williams is good. I mean, everything here is kind of status quo. I think you're right with the James Conner pick, getting him a little late. I'm not really high on him, but I understand the pick in this case. So, yeah.
Well done. All right. So I kind of said my stuff as we went there. I won't add too much just to see if we can try to catch up to you guys here, mocking quickly. I got some Sharks here in the room tonight, so it's going quick. Absolutely. So we got Quentin Johnson, who I usually get Addison and Johnson. So
yeah.
that's why what made me go, ooh, he took him a little early. But I don't hate it because
he's not going to get him. He's not going to get him again.
Yeah, absolutely. So then you get Alvin Kamara here going at the 7-2, followed by DeAndre Swift as the 7-3. Rashad White seems to be climbing a little bit up boards here at the 7-4, which I like.
Yeah.
JSN here goes before Lockett. Then you get Dalvin Cook, followed by Rashad Penny, David Montgomery as an RB4 to yourself. Ooh, that's you.
Yeah.
That's a nice pick right there. I like that. Then you get Javonte Williams off the board. Definitely have some news with him. Apparently he's cleared for contact now. So he's gonna be doing some type of practice, obviously. But we'll see what that all means. Then you got Isaiah Pacheco here. Looks like he's back to practice as well. At the 7-10, followed by James Cook, who's had some news come up here.
About a 3 down back.
Absolutely. Then you get the 7-11 at the 7-11, and then you get Darren Waller to round out the 7th at the 7-12.
Amazing camp.
Ooh, so tell me about it. Go ahead.
So, I mean,
I'll give you your limelight on this one.
Perfect. So he's had a really good camp lately. I mean, he has been the talk of camp for the Giants, that he is just an athletic freak and all this. I'm glad to hear it. Honestly, I'm not there, but I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to see, that he's doing well in camp and that he's, meshing well with Daniel Jones. I mean, that's why they brought him in the first place. Like, he was there for that reason. So I'm very happy that all's well in Giants camp. They're, all the receivers. One guy today said this is the fastest they've looked in quite some time, the offense in general. So, I'm glad to hear stuff like that they're this offense is fast, that it's, doing well. I mean, it can't do better than that.
There you go.
Who was the other guy that we were just talking? Sorry,
Javonte. I got you.
Javonte, be careful.
You got 10 seconds on the clock.
No, I know. I'm between a few guys. Be careful with. I know. I didn't like anybody in this round. Like I
usually go running back here.
I usually, if Singletary was there for most of my but I picked Kendrick Miller, prior to that. But anyway, and if Tank Bigsby kind of fell, I might have done that. But
you got sniped right there with those two.
But it didn't matter. Either way, be careful about the Javonte Williams news. I like Javonte Williams. He's a stud.
Staying away from him.
But unfortunately, with everything going on, it's great to hear he's above schedule. He's well ahead of schedule. But it's just the type of program he's a part of. Now, he's cleared for contact. Fine, that's great. Like, it's a good step forward, but it doesn't really mean anything. Clear for contact means nothing. It just means he can practice. So just be wary of how things are said and, with coach speak and things like that. It's great that he's on the field and practicing, and I hope he does really well. I think that he's a value where he currently is going. I mean, where are we talking about him again? It is the 7th round. I mean,
I just don't like it as your RB2. If he's RB3, then I'm okay with it.
Agreed. And that's where like you said, that's where I draw the line. He can't be my RB2. I can't put that much risk into him. But RB3 or anything like that, I have a little bit more risk and I'm okay with it. So just be wary about that type of conversation with him. I mean, other guys that are in his particular situation, like Brees Hall,
It's going way too early.
he's going way too early. He's on the pop. Like he can. I mean, he can come off it at any time, but he's in a situation that they're just easing him back in. So it's just the difference of the way that these teams work with these guys. So don't be fooled by it.
Shawdog did get him as his RB3 though, so it's a little bit more understandable. So I mean, I'm halfway okay with that. Shawdog in the 11. He went Brees Hall at the 4-2, but it was his RB3.
Oh, it's his RB3. Yeah, that's fine. And then he has James Cook behind it. No, he's fine.
And he missed out on like that tier of wide receiver. So in that case, I'd shoot for some upside, and to be able to put him in your flex slate. So, So only thing I want to point out in this round, of course, is just the Dalvin Cook. We were kind of talking about it. Obviously, could go to the Jets. Also says potentially Miami wants to play in front of family and friends, things like that. So we'll see. If Kamara doesn't get suspended, I think do you think he shoots up more? Like because Alvin Kamara. So let's say he just doesn't even get a suspension. Do you think he still goes here?
His suspension can go, like, they can put it on him halfway through the season. So that's what other people don't like. That's the whole thing about him. There's so much unknown with Kamara. He's a talented guy, but they have 3 running backs there that could eat into his touches. Jamal Williams is there, and I mean, he's not just there to sit on the bench. He's there to play. I know he's a little older, a little bit older, but he's there to play. Kendrick Miller is a guy that is built just like, he's 220 and 6 foot. Like, he's there to run the ball as well, and he is a good back. So for me, Kamara going this high, like this low-ish, like this is mid-tier, so I don't think it's horrible for him. It's his RB4 or his RB4. So I mean, that's not horrible at all. So I don't hate the pick. Him falling in normal drafts, I don't want him as my he's the same conversation as Javonte to me. Like, I don't want him as my RB2. I want him as my RB3 or lower.
Yeah, and Ron Swanson got him as his RB4, so
which is perfect.
I would take that gamble. Yeah.
Yeah.
And has his some other guys prior to that. So all right, so we'll move on here. Where did we go from the Darren Waller pick? We go into the 801 with Antonio Gibson. You get Tyler Lockett, who went what is that, about 10 picks after JSN at the 802. He was the 807 in our startup draft, so a couple years ago, his nickname. So he's about in the same range. Followed by Michael Pittman, Treylon Burks. I don't know why I thought it was Trayvon, but Treylon Burks. Then you get Evan Ingram and Goddard back to back here. We get 4 tight ends in this round, also Fairmouth and Njoku. But then you get Gabe Davis, Khalil Herbert, Pat Fairmouth, Charbonnet, Cooks, and Njoku to finish out the 8th. So nice little tight end run here. Yeah, I think that's about where you see this tier go. Yeah, pretty much in the order you see it go. Maybe Goddard would go ahead. You did already have Brown specifically, so that's not a stack you'd be trying to have, unless maybe if you had Hurts. But
but even if I had Hurts, I don't think I would do that. It's just too much. They eat into each other.
Too much of a stack.
Yeah, if you have a bad pass game, both guys fail. So I just don't like that. I rather have a little diversity in this matter. So for me, that's not bad value for him. I rather, this is where I would take Ingram anyway. So I'm completely fine with where, if I had to choose, I was choosing between the two there, and I liked Ingram. I'm going to speak for Ingram every time. Love him. I would have went Laporta at my Schultz pick, but they had the same bye week, so I kind of just said nope and moved on from that. So
you could still grab him now as the 3rd tight end.
Nah, I believe me, I would, but
I know
maybe
if it was tight end premium. So as far as the rest of this round, nothing kind of too crazy here that I see. The interesting part here is obviously seeing where Treylon Burks ends up going. I think I would take him maybe ahead of Michael Pittman. Who would you take over Burks and Pittman?
Oof.
If
They're in
you
the
had to
same
decide?
boat.
Well,
I
yeah, I mean
think,
they go
yeah,
back
I
to
know.
back. So it's a tough
If you're gonna
spot.
give me one or,
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
that's what I'm asking you. Gun to your head, Burks, Pittman. The only two you can pick. Clock's running down. 3,
I'm gonna go
2,
Burks.
1. All right, Burks it
Yeah,
is. So then
and that's
then you
hard to
get Gabe
say.
Davis and Cooks. Yeah. So it's hard. It's tough. It's right in there. So yeah. So nice round. We'll go into the 9th here. Started off at the 901 with AJ Dillon as the RB3 for Jeezy's team here. You get Juju Smith-Schuster here going at the 9-2, followed by Michael Thomas. Then you get Nico Collins, who went a little early here,
He
but
did.
still a nice pick. You get Brian Robinson, who I love. Zay Flowers here at the 906. You get Adam Thielen here, 9-7. You get Jamison Williams, or I'm sorry, then you get Watson. I skipped right over you. You stacked Watson with Cooper, and that's what I was going to say earlier.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to blow your thing up. But
No, you're good.
that's who I would have targeted with that Cooper pick. I find myself getting that.
I get that
same
stack
a lot.
everywhere in best ball.
I feel like I'm going to have a lot of Deshaun Watson in my redraft leagues.
I
this
have
year,
a
just because I
ton
like
of
the
Deshaun.
value. The value with potential upside is
Yeah.
just something I can't pass up.
Yeah.
And especially when I target Cooper, it's just like I find myself doing that so much.
Oh, me too.
Anyway, we got Jamison Williams going after that, followed by Elijah Mitchell. Then you get Elijah Moore. I'm not the one usually messing up on names.
Yeah,
Usually
I'm the one that's messing up on the names.
Yeah. Jeez Louise. You get Elijah Moore here going off at the 9-11, and then you get Rashad Bateman, who went after Flowers by about 6 picks here at the 9-12. So we talked about a couple of those things, but anything you want to mention here besides the Nico Collins pick, who we think did go a little early?
No, the Nico Collins pick is the only pick that I really saw that is outside the normal. For me, Bateman is off my board in any shape, way, or form. I wouldn't touch him with a 10-foot pole. I do like that Zay Flowers went before him. I think Zay Flowers is going to do something well this year. But Nico went a little early. It's not, I wouldn't say it's early, but
it's early based on ADP.
Based on ADP, it's really early.
I think you and I have him ranked about there.
I have him ranked.
I think I would take him over Mike Thomas.
I would take him over Mike Thomas,
but not at the spot people are taking.
I would take him in the 10th.
I would just
or 11th.
pass. Yeah, and I feel comfortable getting Collins later.
I would have normally gotten Collins at where Lazard was, and that's where I got.
I thought you might have went Mechie there. Actually, are you a Mechie fan too, or you're just
I'm
more
not
Collins?
a big. See, I haven't seen enough of Mechie to really be on board yet. And it's nothing against him. I think that from what I keep hearing from everybody, this guy is going to be a talent. He really is.
I'm on the Mechie train.
I know.
I'm just Collins or Mechie. Like if someone takes Collins early, then boom, I'm just going to grab Mechie late.
For me, Collins is the guy. I feel more comfortable with him in general. I like what he showed me last year. With David Mills and whoever else was playing quarterback at one point. I think CJ Stroud is a huge upgrade for that particular offense in the passing game. So for me, I don't see him going past, wide receiver 20, but for me, he's a solid wide receiver 3 that is consistent floor. And you guys all know how much I like a floor guy comparatively to a ceiling. So, I like guys with a high ceiling, high floor, good ceiling, and that's the guy. So, yeah,
there you go. So not a bad round there. Round 9. We'll go into round 10 here. So you had the Bateman pick followed by Devon A-Chain at the 10-1. Then you get Rondell Moore here at the 10-2, 10-3, Samaje Perine. You get Jerick McKinnon at the 10-4. You take Miller here at the 10-5. Beckham goes 10-6, so 6 picks in between all 3 Baltimore receivers there, followed by Jamal Williams 10-7. You get 2 at the 10-8. You get Damian Harris at the 10-9. Chig 10-10. Sutton 10-11. Deontay Foreman 10-12. I'm just going to roll into 11 since we finished off here. Followed by
Warren, thank you for joining us, buddy.
Oh, there you go. Absolutely. Who's Warren?
I don't know which one he is, but I appreciate him being here regardless.
Absolutely.
I'm assuming it's Bolo Rep. I could be wrong.
Maybe. All right. Well, either way, we appreciate it, man. Absolutely.
man.
So yeah, then you get Dak, followed by you got a nice little QB run here. Dak, Richardson, Gino. In between that, you get Tyler Algier, then Gino. You get Dobbs, Singletary, Bigsby, Lazard, Sky Moore, Tyler Boyd, Cole Kmet, and Jalen Warren. So out of those 2 rounds, I mean, we're getting later here, so
Yeah.
a lot of these guys are just kind of in this
Dark
range. You're just
throws.
kind of go grab guys that you want. So, yeah, anything stand out to you?
The fact that someone's picking Richardson before Geno is just insane to me.
Ooh,
Geno Smith should be going so much earlier. Tua is right around where he should be. I mean, to me, it's between Watson and Tua at that spot where I was at 9 or in the 9th round at the 9-8. I think Richardson is somebody that shouldn't be going where guys like, like Geno Smith or like Geno with Cousins, Daniel Jones, Goff, Rodgers, like he shouldn't. I understand his rushing upside, but I don't think it's as high as I don't think people understand.
you see that ball he threw thrown away to Alec
whatever
Pierce
to
in the
Alec
end
Pierce.
zone?
I don't want to hear it.
I don't know. I'm still
Well, once
not-
again, don't fall for
he
the
did
trap.
for to defend Ron Swanson. He did get Cousins.
No, he got
and
Cousins
CJ
and Stroud. They
after,
both,
so
that they're both
he's taking
starting.
some upside. Yeah,
Understood. I get the upside, and hey,
It's well
it
done.
is what it is.
and he got the stack with Jefferson, so I think it was well played. It's better than taking like Tyler Algier or Romeo Dobbs. I think I'd take an upside shot with Anthony Richardson, who could be a top 5
No,
quarterback.
okay.
With rushing upside.
Let's be clear though. I'm saying as like just based on the fantasy community in general, he's going too early. Like he's just going way too early. Scotty Fish, he was going in like the 3rd round. Like,
There it is. He says, "Thanks for my A. Thanks for my
I
A.
saw that.
We'll be grading this on Monday, so make sure you guys come back on Monday.
Oh,
Frank
he
and I will
showed
be
up.
here to break it down. And Warren
Warren
Shaw
showed
Dog
up.
is Warren.
Nice.
Nice to meet you finally, with your real name, or
Yeah.
at least a different name besides Shaw Dog. But it's all good.
Yeah.
I assume it's like Warren Shaw. So what's
There
up?
we
Man?
go.
Maybe I shouldn't put his government name out there like
Yeah,
that.
there you go.
My bad. My bad. That's funny. Tyler Smith. Actually, I did just find out Tyler Smith is Ron Swanson. So yeah, because he got in on our for the listener league. Speaking of which, little promo for the listener league real quick. If anybody is interested in the listener league, make sure you guys go into our sleeper channel, find the post there that talks about the listener league, drop your a comment on there. I think I said like roll your sleeves up and you'll get an entry into the drawing for a spot in our listener league. So
nice.
We will be drawing for those spots on the 18th,
Soon.
Friday the 18th. So that's coming up here soon. I think we have probably about 25 or 26 entries so far. We have 8 spots to give away because we have our returning champion, Dim Boys Jr., coming back to defend his championship, who Classic let set his lineup.
He set my lineup and
last
lost
year
to himself.
and beat himself and then took the whole league down. So all he does is win. So shout out to Dim Boys Jr. I got you on that one.
We got to get him on here.
Yeah, no, I want to have him come on the 18th. I need to reach out to Dim Boys Senior. I want him to be the one who does the drawing and picks the.
I love it. I love it.
So that's what I had a thought on. I'm going to reach out to him and see if we can make that happen. So again, you'll be playing against myself. You'll be playing against Classic. You'll be playing against Frank. I don't think Dustin's playing this year. He wanted to open up his spot for us to get another one of you guys in there.
Oh, of course.
And then of course Dim Boys, and then Wilson, our ambassador extraordinaire. He was golden ticketed to spot in there for everything he does for the channel. I had to give him a spot.
Yeah.
So you'll be playing against at least the 5 of us. So myself, Frank, Classic, Dim Boys Jr., and Wilson. So if you guys think you can come beat us, then come get some, man. Let us know.
So Sports Spotlight has a question for us. He says, who should I get pick 5 in my 10-man league? Now, the only question I have, and he says that this is full PPR. The only question I have for it is this 3 wide receiver, 2 wide receiver? Just general format, super flex, all that stuff. Just need to have a general idea of what type of league it is so that we can give you a better answer for this. In this particular league, since it's even though it's a 12-team league that we have for the mock, Cooper Cup went at the 105. Honestly,
that would be my order. It'd be Cup, Hill, maybe Eckler. If it's more of like a home league,
it's based on the league, yeah.
But I still think those wide receivers, like you said, if it's 3 wide receiver, then I'm probably going Cup, Hill, at the 5 spot because I'm gonna go. The rest of those guys would be there.
I'm gonna go Hill and
Cup. Man is gonna just have like 190 targets, man.
I hope so.
He's gonna obliterate it.
No, hey, so, I have both in my Dynasty league.
Yeah, well, he's all they got.
I have both in my Dynasty league. I like both. I'm on top. Like I'm definitely good with both. The thing for me is that it feels more. Yeah. See, now I'm going to change my answer. So he says.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, he says it's a 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, 1 QB, tight end, 1 flex. All right, so it's a 1 QB, so it's like this. I would probably be leaning a little bit more if Bijan is around. I would be okay with that.
I'm taking Eckler. I think I'd go Cup, Eckler, Hill.
I would probably go.
One of those guys of course, McCaffrey, Jefferson, Chase. If any of those guys fall to you, I'm taking them.
Oh, like, those are your top 3. Yeah.
So obviously, if any of those guys fall, but we assume they'll be off at least some combination of the first 3 to 5.
Well,
but if McCaffrey falls to 5, I'd take him there too.
Actually, another guy. And it might be a tad early and might be a little bit of a reach, but honestly, I don't care because he's my running back 1. I'd say Nick Chubb at 105.
Oh, no way. That's way too early.
I don't care.
I mean, you could think he's there, but you can get him later. Like if you're at the 105,
but I don't know.
I've seen him sometimes come back to that mid-second.
He's not fallen to the 205.
Yeah, maybe not in this type of league. Yeah, I mean, if you want him, you can get him, but I'm definitely taking CMC, Eckler, and Bijan ahead of Chubb. But I think I have him right there. Actually, no, I think I have Bijan a little. Nah, I think I've come around. Even if I have it that way, I'm definitely taking them. Chubb is my 4.
The full PPR might change it though. That's my whole thing. Like I just love Chubb to be there. But
Barkley, he's 5 I think at full PPR at best. So
okay, so then, well,
because even in all of it, even with everything, he's still never been able to crack like top 5. Like he'll never be able to be RB1.
Yeah, but he's the best floor guy.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
You are gonna get
he's a classic.
You're gonna get top 6 every time. You are guaranteed top 6. That's what.
Yeah, Jessel says he's not taking Hill because of personal reason. That's a lot of things to do, and go get your guy and stay away from guys you don't want.
Yeah.
Just because ADP says so doesn't mean it.
So Sports Spotlight asks us, what's your favorite pick in the draft? I already know mine.
Go ahead.
What's yours?
No, you tell me yours. I don't know if I have
actually
one
I have 2 in there, both on my team.
Of course.
Well, it's Deontay Johnson. Deontay Johnson.
You reached on him. I'm not saying
I reached on him. Pick. No. I'm saying this is not to do
your
with
favorite pick in the draft. Okay.
In a normal everyday new draft, Deontay Johnson. He gets to you in the 6th, 7th round. He is somebody that is going to be consistent. He was 4th in targets 4th in targets last season. Yes, his catch rate was a little lower. This year should be a little bit higher. Touchdown regression is definitely going to be up there as well. I understand he finished as like the wide receiver 30. Just, it's one of those things where he's more on a positive outreach than he is on anything else. I see big things for him. The other guy is David Montgomery. Those 2 guys, I have to give it to Ryan Reese of Club FF, and he's been drilling it into my head that this is his guy too, and I'm jumping on the train with him. He's definitely somebody I like.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go with the guy that I own 39% of in my best ball leagues right now, and that's DJ Chark, man. To me, he's my favorite pick in this year's draft. If that's the way we're going, what up, Drunk Squidward? If that's the way we're going, Followed by my next two favorite picks are Quentin Johnson with a 30% sharehold, and then Rashee Rice right behind him at 27.3. To me, those are like my favorite three guys to draft in drafts this year. I just love the value I'm getting out of them with their potential upside, with that combination of value and where I can target them. And I obviously seem to have, especially DJ Chark, literally on almost 40% of my best ball teams. And I think I'm at like 33 so far right now. So he's on most of my teams.
So for Carolina's offense, I like Thielen a little more for PPR. I like Chark a little more for half PPR.
And Underdog is half. That's why.
Yeah. No, understood.
And I can get him later than those guys. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
He's the latest one, and I think he has the best big play upside. And for best ball as like your wide receiver 6 or 7, to me it's like a no-brainer.
No-brainer. So and I like Dotson too. Dotson's one of my other guys that I'm pretty high on.
Find yourself going a lot.
All the time.
Yeah. And then Cooper, and then I got Mechie even up here at 24% too. So like I said, I'm high on Mechie as well.
Hey, don't be nervous. Like,
no, please,
you're gonna be fine. Ask us questions.
That's
what we're here for. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, we're actually kind of like, hey, we didn't really get too much chatting, but we kind of actually had a little show plan kind of planned out today. Normally we just come up here and start asking you guys, you got questions and stuff. But as we get into the season here, you guys are always welcome to drop your questions in the chat. And if you're watching this afterwards, all of our sleeper DM and Twitter handles and all that are all in the description. So hit us up anytime, man. We love talking fantasy basically 24/7, man. I was in a fantasy conversation with Tycoon last night at like 1 a.m. So it's just it's what we do, man. We just love doing this. So please keep asking.
Yeah, and I'm gonna. So Sports Spotlight asks, how's your perfect 3 picks going realistically at pick 5? And Jessel kind of explained it pretty well.
Perfectly.
Top 3 should be, Chase, JJ, CMC for the most part. That's going to be the top 3. Some people might throw in Eckler instead of CMC. That's up to everybody. Some
people may go Bijan instead of Eckler.
Exactly.
Some people may go Bijan number 1. I've seen that happen too.
But be aware, like if that happens, then understand that you're getting value with CMC at 5 if he falls there.
Yeah.
So beyond that, he says it's open between Hill, Eckler, Kupp. That's pretty much, and Kelsey. I think Frank will agree with me here. I'm not really a big fan of taking tight end early. I understand their advantage, and I understand Kelsey's advantage overall. I think you can do a little bit better later. It just, you have so much value with so many other players at that pick. It's just not worth it. But I do agree with Hill, Eckler, and Kupp, especially if it's full PPR. Overall, that you have those guys, and it's basically up to you how you feel about those particular guys. So, and like we said, don't worry about that. Ron, always great to have you. Thank you. We really do appreciate it, Tyler. Always love the Ron Swanson persona.
It's almost like the guy at Chuck E. Cheese taking the mask off, and then you're like, oh man.
Then it's like, oh,
thank you for everything, but it was awesome just knowing you as Ron Swanson.
Yeah.
So I'll probably forget.
If I ever ran into you, I'm calling you Ron Swanson.
Absolutely. Yeah. I'll never call you.
And I'm hoping you have a mustache, because if you don't, I'm going to be really upset.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Sports Spotlight says, love the mock draft, man. We love it too. That's why we do it. Friday.
That's why we do it every Friday.
Absolutely. He says, who's your favorite late tight end pick? Gerald Everett. Literally Mr.
Mine.
Irrelevant. I love Gerald Everett.
So
you like Laporta.
I like 2 guys. Laporta is going to be one of them. I'm a very big fan of him this year. I think he'll do very well. I like him more as a tight end 2 than I do as a tight end 1, but it doesn't mean that he can't have tight end 1 upside. I think he's more of a tight end like 12 that can have tight end 5 ceiling at one point, but we'll have to wait and see how it goes. My other favorite late round guy, tight end guy, is Dalton Schultz. Dalton Schultz, who I have on my team in this particular mock, I like him the best. He is going to be the safety blanket for CJ Stroud. He's going to be in those those underneath routes. He will be targeted, all the time. And I agree with Jessel as well, Higbee as well. The guys,
but how's their line? I mean, he was kept in the
No,
block a lot last year.
I
but
don't
mean, their line-
disagree, but he's number 2 in the pecking order. I understand Van Jefferson's there.
I love Van Jefferson.
I
late
know.
in best ball.
Why do you think I picked him up?
Oh, look at you, man! We keep shouting out your team. How do we keep doing this? We need to
Right.
scout other people's.
You guys got to, I'm
Put a
kind
shark
of
in the
waiting. I'm waiting to see what Frank says on Monday. But yeah, Higbee, as much as he blocks, he's in on every play.
And
Every
he has
play.
like 3 touchdown upside games. Like he can do that. He's done it
Oh,
before.
He can
So the
spike.
fact that it'll happen, yeah, you can
And
always you can win a week in a spot start situation.
And that's why he's not a horrible pick. So for I know we gave you like 4 picks, but Everett,
that's what we do.
Schultz, Higbee, Laporta, those guys I like real late. Those guys are really helpful later for you in drafts. To be honest, they're guys that I have no problem starting, even being your only tight end. Like if you're going to be the guy to stream tight ends, which a lot of people do, and it's a very effective form. I like it. I like those guys as a whole. I think they can be a solid foundation for your team to be able to do well throughout the season. They'll be consistent. They have solid floors. I think you'll be fine.
There you go.
I'm a floor guy,
right.
man.
You are. That you are. Hey, you're classic Mike. That's
Yeah.
that's just how it is.
I'm just
It is
classic.
what it is. All right. So I'm gonna see if I can
see, and Jessel knows what I'm talking about. One of the biggest stats for tight ends is snap percentage, and he is on the field 90 plus, and he is 100% correct. If you're not on the field, you can't get the ball. It doesn't matter if you're blocking or not. You are on the field, and it is helpful. So always be aware of those stats for tight ends. It's huge. And then it's also routes run for tight ends as well. You want to, make sure at least he goes out and, able to catch a pass. But also look at where your QB likes to throw the ball underneath to the out route, a nice, 5-yard out or, the quick slant in. That's what I would be, looking for. And that's why I really like Dalton Schultz. He just lives in that area, and I think he'll do well.
Yeah,
Ethan,
and
what's going on, Ethan? You didn't know it was 1 QB?
You know, it was 1 QB.
Oh, come on. You knew it was 1 QB.
Really?
Unless it was...
It wasn't
no.
super flex. Maybe
no,
you just...
it was... I don't know.
Hey, well, I mean, usually if it's super flex, that first top line is all red or pink or whatever you call it. So there it is. Well, I just dropped I think this is the link.
It is
to the sleeper channel to the mock draft
lobby. Oh, he just got here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So Ethan, you're not wrong because normally we do opposite. But we were trying to get ready for next week.
That's someone who follows the show right there.
Good for you, Ethan.
Hey, I'm giving you a ticket right there to get in our listener league. Your chance just increased even more because you're paying attention to the show.
Yeah,
I like that.
I like that a lot.
I want to play against that, so you're getting one extra ticket in there. I think you got 1 or 2 already. So there you go. So yeah, definitely give us.
Let us know.
We'll be here with Frank on Monday, so you can tell us tonight if you want, but you can take the weekend, put your grades together, and come back and let us know in the chat as we grade them on Monday. So that was our first grading episode that he saw. So he didn't know we did that already. So maybe we can get him to join. All right. So what else do we got here? Was there any other news that we didn't get to, or did we pretty much cover all that?
We pretty much covered. I mean, Cooper Kupp went back to full practice, so he's back after his ankle injury. Richardson was running. Yeah, he was running with Richardson running with the first team. Nothing crazy. They said that they're going to be switching them both. They're going to be in and out. For the Bengals with Joe Burrow, it was scary as could be. If you didn't see it,
we were freaking out.
Oh, it was bad. But if you got to look at the video, there was one video that Dov, whatever, he posted a video of the play where it was a little more zoomed in, and you can tell that at one point when Joe Burrow is on the ground, he flexes his foot up and down.
Just like this.
You cannot do that with
no
a
Achilles.
torn Achilles. So
That's what I was worried about.
when I saw that view, I was a lot more relieved. So honestly, everything should be fine. They said several weeks, so they're leaving it wide open for interpretation. Normally, it's based on the severity of the sprain. It could be anywhere from 1 to 2 weeks, or it could be 4 to 6. Just assume he's going to be out for the preseason. They're not going to risk it. They're going to.
And he hasn't had a preseason yet, so nothing to worry about.
Yeah, nothing to worry about. So
there you go, Joe Burrow to the moon. Big D Joe. Let's go.
Yeah.
Ethan says he does like the 12-spot team, which is Jessel's team here.
Yes.
Who said he almost had a bump chase to 102. Obviously, he's Jessel's 101 over Jefferson. So he says, I do like that 12-spot team, but too much Jags exposure.
We were saying that before.
But hey, if I was going to stack a team, that's one of the trios I wouldn't mind. So there you go. So he says, thank you. So appreciate that, man. So
that's
absolutely. That's why we're here. That's why we play, man. So again, I just want to say just on mock draft tournament. Oh, go ahead. Oh, you got more news? Yeah.
No, just Jalen Ramsey, but it's not anything to do with the offense.
Fantasy related, kind of defense.
It kind of is, kind of isn't, but it doesn't really affect much.
We're not drafting Jalen Ramsey in this draft, so
no, this is an IDP, and honestly, a lot of people have faded him in there. So yeah, we're good.
We're good. All right, so we'll round it out here. Let's bring us up for a close up again. If you guys want to check out that draft board, the link is to the lobby, or in the lobby. The link is in the description to the draft, to that mock draft board, so you can view it there. But before we get out of here, again, I just want to mention the mock draft tournament again. Again, here's the link. It's in the description as well. If you haven't grabbed your spot already, we're running mock drafts, the qualifying rounds Monday through Thursday, starting next week. We'll do it for the next 4 weeks. And again, the top 3 will get invited to that week's semifinal round on Friday. The top 3 winners from each of the semifinal rounds will get invited to the mock draft of champions final round, where it's going to be a best ball draft. We're going to go all 18 rounds according to the best ball underdog, or the underdog best ball settings.
Yep.
And that's going to be on Friday 9/1. And that'll actually get played out as a league, and the winner of that league will take home $50 cash, and maybe some other stuff depending on where we go, but at least $50 cash. Let's say that.
Yeah.
So again, and of course, again, thanks to not the sponsor of the tournament yet. But again, if you guys do want to get some best ball practice in there, make sure you go check out underdogfantasy.com and use that promo code GetRight and get that deposit match up to $100 when you make your first deposit. So appreciate it. We'll be back here with you guys on Monday. Before we get out of here, though, of course, we got a shout out to our own here. We got our affiliates. Why don't you bring that up?
Sure.
Make sure you guys check them out. They'll be getting on here soon. We got Tim and AJ over here with the Fantasy Frontline. You got the Check Down podcast with Cody McGoats and Shirtless Pat and the fellas. Again, our newest addition to the network, about to make his debut. The father of the man who took down the Listener League last year. The Deadzone Fantasy Show with Adam, and you guys
did it
know
with
him
no
as Dim
quarterbacks
Boys.
either.
Yeah, with no quarterbacks. Had 2 of those. So the games he did win, he won. So yeah, man. So make sure you guys check them out. The links are in the description. Support our affiliate channels, man. Go throw them a subscribe. You can catch them on their channels. And of course, you'll be able to catch them here on Get Right Fantasy Network. So with that said, man, last but not least, I guess just if you are interested in maybe being a writer, or having your own show, as you saw here, we are looking to continue to expand the network and looking for people to come on board here with us. So if you're interested in coming on the air, having your own show, we can help you get started. Just give us a shout, reach out to us, and we'll talk shop. So my contact's all in there. You can email me at getrightff@gmail.com, or just DM me at Rastafarin, and it's all in the description on Sleeper and Twitter. So let's talk, man. Let's make it happen.
And also, just for those that are going to be in the tournament, if you get one of these, you are in for that Friday night. So we're going to be sending these out to those top 3 people every day.
That's the golden ticket right
it's
there.
The golden ticket. I will be sending it to you.
For it.
make sure you guys are keeping your eye on your sleeper notifications and so on. If you guys are in these particular tournaments, I'm going to send it to you as soon as we get, be aware that it could be a day or two till you get it, but be aware, be, mindful of it. We will send it. I will double check with you to make sure that you guys are in so we can get you guys set up. We'll have the lobby set up for you guys to jump right into once we get it going. So
Already have it ready. Waiting for the
there you
first
go.
3 on Monday.
So make sure you guys pop in or make sure you guys are checking your stuff out to get this golden ticket.
There it is, man. That's awesome. Nice work there, Classic.
Right.
That looks good, man. The only thing bad about this tournament to me is the fact that I'll never be able to play in it.
I know,
I'm running
right?
it. That's the only thing. I wish somebody else was
We
running one of
were
these.
in the
Well,
beginning.
I don't, because I
remember in the beginning we were the ones, we were actually in these to like mock with them. So
yeah,
we were at one
we
point.
didn't grade our teams, but we just did it to fill it because
Yeah.
we didn't have enough people. But
now we have
everyone's
so
coming
many
out.
people.
Yeah, we appreciate the support, guys. Let's keep it going. Again, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're subscribed to us, hit that like button. It's just as valuable to us as hitting that subscribe button. And if you're one of the 40% who are watching us and giving us our watch hours, but not hitting that subscribe button, just hook us up and hit that subscribe button, man. It'll take you 2 seconds. Just boom, click it. And you don't even have to turn on the notifications. You'll see us when we're here. We're here on Fridays, man. We're grading on
Every
Mondays.
Friday.
So that's all you need to know and come out with us, man. So again, unless there's anything else, Classic, you have.
You forgot our other sponsor as well.
Oh,
Trophy
how did
Smack.
I do that? Oh man,
Come
I'm
on,
fired.
you can't forget about Trophy
fired.
Smack. You got
Definitely not.
This is the beginning
This is
of the
the time.
season.
This is when you need to go get it.
Exactly. And
Man.
you can get all types of things like this custom ring right here. You can turn it into whatever you want. And to be honest, everybody should go onto their website and check out the Scotty Fishbowl ring. It is insane. I got to see it in person at my live Scotty Fish draft. Make sure you guys check out their, bestseller. This is, a belt. Come on now.
Frank flexed his belt on me last week on Monday. My own belt. He flexed my own belt to me. The one that I was wearing in the thumbnail. I guess I got to update the thumbnail.
You got to update the thumbnail now.
Got to update the thumbnail.
But now we got this trophy as well. One of their, these are just high quality things that you can customize for your particular league. Also, remember, they got the freaking Kirk Cousins chain. Come on, man. They got all different types of stuff. And honestly, it's not just for fantasy. It is for everything. You can get it for your work. You can get it for everything. But make sure you guys, and you can get the loser one as well. You can get those toilet bowls, everything. Check out their site. Use our promo code GETRIGHT, and they will help you out at checkout. So make sure you guys check them out as well. Right?
You nailed that promo. You nailed it. Let's go. New job. That's all yours from now on.
Thank you.
I'm fired. You're hired. There it is. I just made an executive decision as the CEO right then and there. Fired myself, hired you for the Trophy Smack promo. There you go. All right, man. So I guess that's it. We'll get out of here, man. We stayed under hour 30 tonight. That's awesome. We'll be back here on Monday, Frank and I, to grade this thing. We'll let you guys know what we think. And maybe I'll have Classic give me some grades too. So we'll at least we'll see how it goes. He has a birthday.
I might even be available
maybe he
on Monday.
Pops on. Oh, that would be a special guest. Let's do it. All right, I'm excited. All right, man. So let's get out of here, man. For Frank, for Dustin, for Classic, and for myself, man. Again, we appreciate the support. Hit that subscribe button. Help us get to 1,000. With that said, man, we'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Peace out.
Peace out.
Fantasy is the play. Marking nothing, but I tune every Friday. Strategies provided.